One of the best lessons you can learn in life is to master how to remain calm. Calm is a superpower. This is a human superpower. The ability to not overreact or take things personally helps to keep your thoughts clean and your heart at peace and calm and tranquil, which will instantly give you the upper hand in any situation that you are dealing with, regardless of the circumstance. So the biggest and most complex obstacle you will ever have to overcome is your own mind and your reactions. It's so easy to get upset, it's easy to get angry, it's easy to get offended and take things personally, even when they weren't intended to be so. When you have the ability to remain calm, you understand that you have the ability to own your emotions and to control and take charge of your emotions. Before automatically reacting to something that upsets you, you take a moment to create space between the act and your reaction. And during that space, you intentionally choose how to react to others and how to react to upsetting events. So easy to be super reactive. It's easy to respond to something that's upsetting verbally or physically. It's also easy to unconsciously trigger a physical response in the body, such as sweating and shaking, clenched muscles and tightness in the abdomen, upset stomachs when something gets you upset. But what isn't always easy, or what we really haven't been taught to do, is having that peaceful center. Being calm is definitely, it's a skill, and it takes practice to pause and to choose the reaction that benefits you. But by doing so, you remain centered and balanced no matter what is going on around you. And this calm state has such an incredible impact on the health of your body. Your emotions play such a big part in how your body feels and how the strength of your immune system. When you use calmness as a superpower, you act when the time suits you best. So that means that you may need to step away from a situation to assess what the best course of action may be, so you don't automatically fly off the handle and say things that you don't mean. If you're involved in an altercation with someone who is emotionally charged, you may notice yourself kind of losing your grounding and being drawn kind of into their drama. You may start to become emotionally charged yourself, matching that same energy, particularly if you are an empath. But rather than getting drawn into the altercation, you can step back from the conversation to reassess through your thoughts. Revisit the other person to let them know that when you're ready to rehash the conversation, kind of once you've both reset your energies. I think this is a fantastic strategy and really allows love and kindness to lead in your interactions, which will ultimately get you the results. When you choose to use your calmness as your superpower, you choose to listen to your own inner guidance over everything else. So rather than focusing outward and buying into this pervasive fear in society, you choose to focus inward on your own truth. You are not relying on the actions of others or your circumstances to be the source of your happiness. Instead, you listen to your inner guidance and allow your intuition to guide you. This is such a powerful ability to really cultivate and hone. So how do we find our inner calm? This is what we all need more than anything right now, is that ability to find our inner calm. Is to not really allow yourself to get so wound up in the first place. It's to find a way of soothing and calming yourself before you reach that bursting point. Remaining calm is definitely not easy, and if it is not your default setting, it will take time to develop and to cultivate that. But once you do, you will be so thankful. And it's one of those things you will try so many times to be calm and it just won't work, and you'll think it's never going to work. But if you stay consistent and diligent to the process, to the journey of staying calm, you will see how it will work. And one day you'll just like, wow, that worked a little bit. To remain in a calm space, I love to engage in activities that are nourishing and soothing and healing for my spirit. I think how I've been able to invite calmness into my life is by practicing these things regularly. So really listening to soothing music, breathing fully and deeply, engaging with an animal or a pet just focused attention. Frequencies are extremely healing for the body, and have a tremendous effect on the body. It's so incredibly important for us to find peace within ourselves. We are our first home, and within our physical homes. Being really intentional about spending time with yourself is really, really important. Making time to be with you and to connect to how you're feeling, connect to your energy, connect to the things you would like to create and manifest. So take time out and acknowledge how you feel for the day and be okay with how you're feeling. Journaling really helps to express yourself and to get things off of your chest and to process. Really, really utilize these tools. Really, if you don't know where to begin, just ask for small steps of guidance, and I promise they will appear. When you stay angry, anger uses so much of your energy, so being in that angry state, it really robs you of that vital life force energy that you can use to create beautiful things in your life, to connect to your life, to connect to your spirit. If something affects your mind and your attitude and your spirit, you have to know when to just gracefully let it go and switch directions, kind of as a ship in the breeze, like changing course. You have to learn just to drown out those things in your life that are trying to pull negative reactions out of you. And when you can stay in your center and really look at things for how they are, a lot of times, if someone, let's say for instance, is being really negative towards you, it really doesn't have much to do with you. It has a lot more to do with that person's wounds and things that they've been dealing with for so long, and they don't even realize that. So if you can remain calm, you're able to grasp for the emotion of compassion and love and care or concern in the midst of situations like this, and then really offer, you can of course remove yourself from a situation. I would never advocate just staying around and allowing mistreatment, but you're able to just kind of switch how you view something and really see it from a different perspective. Like, wow, this person doesn't really know how to just ask for a hug, because usually they do very unkind things, but usually that's what someone who is doing those kind of things needs the most of. They say usually that children, they'll ask for love in the most unloving ways. So when you see these behaviors in others, it's a sign that something's wrong. It's a sign that something's not quite right. And you can choose to, support that person, or you can choose to gracefully exit and support yourself, depending on where you feel in your emotions at that time. Calmness is the absence of fear and more about understanding one's oneness and connection to all that is and to the spiritual self. I think it is absolutely amazing when you can channel that anger and turn it into something positive, like passion and creative energy, and you can really bring about some amazing things. So you don't need to just be void of all emotion and stay just flatline. That's not what I mean when I say calm, but it's just kind of transmuting the energy of anger and using it to create, to bring something beautiful. I realized that most of my life I really operated from this place too, of really rushing to do everything. Even when I was putting on my lotion, something simple like that, it would be kind of this rushed, hurried movement. And I realized I had this chronic kind of conditioning to rush around. And I'm like, what am I rushing for? When you rush, you really miss out on the juiciness and the pleasures and so much beauty in life, because you're just trying to get to the next moment in this kind of forceful reaction. And so really slowing down and being intentional, really feeling the lotion, maybe as you put it on your elbow or wherever you put it, it's such an amazing, it sounds so simple, but when you actually do it for the first time and it all clicks, Oh, it's such an amazing feeling. It's always best to respond rather than to react at any given situation. And that's how you can best serve yourself and those that are hurting. When you respond, you step into a higher version of yourself, and that will enable others to see that beauty and that higher version in themselves too. Maybe not in that moment, but later on, maybe in reflection or at another time in space.